Hello all, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Purana Mandir from 1984. It's the second film in the Bollywood horror collection, is directed by Sham Ramsey and Tulsi Ramsey, and stars Monish Bell and Arti Gupta. All 6 of these films in the collection have introductions to them from a guy named Tim Paxton, who is credited as an author and a publisher, and although genuinely informative, his introductions are long and rambling and can definitely do with a few takes over just taking the first and running with it. So to explain the 3 4K players in my entertainment center real quick, as I just added the third for you eagle-eyed viewers. The bottom one is my original 4K Blu-ray player, a Panasonic, that I've had since this thing began, and I use it to watch all my movies. However, I added the top 4K player after my Panasonic died out, and I had to ship it away to be fixed as it was under warranty. I needed something relatively inexpensive that I could use in the interim of waiting for my Panasonic to come back, and ever since I've just used it for these opening spiels because I find I don't damage my Panasonic by putting hundreds of movies in and then right out again by having a player that doesn't actually play anything. It just is used for decorative and opening spiel purposes. The middle player, however, is a Sony region-free 4K Blu-ray player because I wanted to add certain collections to my collection, but they were not in a US region. My recent acquisition of Akira Kurosawa's Seven Samurai in 4K and the Bruce Lee film Enter the Dragon are examples of this, so now if I come to anything region-locked, I just put it in the middle 4K player and that fixes that. Anyway, on to Purana Mandir. This Bollywood film is pretty cool and apparently was a big moneymaker back in the day, but I have no proof of that other than what was said in the lengthy introduction to the movie, so who knows for sure. But what I do know for sure is that I like this movie quite a bit. I didn't like it as much as I liked the previous film Atma, but it's still a good representation of what I think of when I hear Bollywood. Musical numbers, fun choreography, comedic moments, bright and colorful, and a little bit extra in the length department. This is long for a horror film at just under 2.5 hours, but that's common for Bollywood films from what I understand. I would have appreciated more dance with the song numbers, as some of the singing was more contemplative, with the singing character just walking around, and that was a bit boring, but the horror elements are good enough, so I'm going to give Purana Mandir a B- for not wowing me, but still being fun enough. Tomorrow we move on to the third film in the Bollywood horror collection, a film called Purani Haveli. See y'all then.